Beautiful. And then the craziest thing is, I feel like we're the child that got left out in Kendall. Incorporated here, incorporated there,
Correct.
incorporated everywhere you go. And then it's what happened? What happened when we could have incorporated in Kendall and all these other cities did? Tell me, we'll take it from there because it's your story.
First of all, our area provides a lot of income in terms of taxes to our county. So I think that in the end, there was a lot of hesitation from peers at the county to make the final decision to go forward with the incorporation, because they understood that most of these taxes or money from taxes would be staying in the area. So it is a challenge to convince not only the community, but also peers at the Miami-Dade County Commission that this is something that would benefit Miami-Dade County and not the opposite. And we see it. Like, you can pay attention to some of the roads, some of the challenges, for example, that even Commissioner Gonzalez has faced, because like you come and you see a district that probably was abandoned for a long time. There were other priorities, and, you know, changing the face of the district, improving parks, which I would love to do in the future, like in making possible, for example, for our young talent in Kendall and West Kendall to have some type of, you know, rotunda or a place where they can go, have concerts, invite the community. Hey, we're going to have a community concert, I don't know, in Westwood Lakes Community Park. There's space there to build like a theater or a community center that hosts like a, you know, that type of scenario. But it hasn't been done because those priorities have not been set. And I think that that should be a priority for the county, that if we're not going to be incorporated, at least we should be able to have those areas where our community feels like, hey, you know, it's Friday night. Let's go to the local park. There's an activity there. You know, let's go chill. Let's have some fun. And then you invite the community, and then the community begins to feel more that sense of belonging, because you're not just sleeping at home. You're just not living in an area because you want to like live there, blah, blah, blah. But you also say, hey, it's Friday, it's Saturday. Let's go to the local activity here. I don't know, in Tropical Park, or we go somewhere, Tamiami Park, I'm sorry. And then you have a more involved community.
Absolutely. Out of the zip code of 33186, 33183, then you have more of a community feel.
Yeah,
And
I mean, you have
it's like an identity crisis, I feel, that Kendall has.
True.
Because I remember growing up, well, not really growing up, when I was a young adult, Kendall, I mean, Town and Country Mall, the Palms,
correct,
now, was fields. 137th until recently, between Kendall and 104th, were fields.
Correct.
And now we have this affordable housing. How affordable is it? It's not.
It's not really.
Baptist coming on.
Correct.
Okay, but they killed that identity of being an agricultural beauty of jewels of going strawberry picking and bringing kids and families, and that gathering is so important when kids were growing up. Now what? We've missed that.
We missed that, and we are definitely transitioning, because unfortunately, as the county grows, we still need to build affordable housing that like satisfies every need in every market. But we also have to consider the well-being of our community, and community is just not building a home. Community is building the home, the entertainment centers, which involve parks, involves like people having the ability to work and not have to drive like 2 hours away from those areas where they live, and that would be beneficial. So if you're not going to facilitate the scenario for incorporation, then there has to be a plan in play that involves not only the commissioner or the community council of that area, but involves all the other commissioners. Because one of the challenges that we have in Miami-Dade County is that the other commissioners, they're not involved in West Kendall or Kendall. They don't know the realities of our, community. So sometimes it's difficult to sell the idea, hey, we need to build the expansion, for example, of 836. It's not an issue of like that we want to destroy the area, but we need to be realistic that we need another area, like a road for people to leave. Either you go through the turnpike, you go to 826, you drive south east in this case, or you go all the way to the west, and then you take 836. This would be a great scenario, but it hasn't happened. It was stopped. Well, it was stopped because of environmental concerns that the road would impact like environmental areas or like green areas, also farmland. But I think that is something that should be pushed, responsibly, have the discussions, talk to the community and see how that would benefit, because then that would bring more development to areas like West Kendall, and people would not see it as if, oh, we're going to have a party at Kendall, we're going to have a meeting in Kendall. Oh, but it's too far. Oh, traffic. I don't want to be stuck in a 2 hour traffic, back and forth. So those are challenges that we need to think for the future, so that when people talk about Kendall or West Kendall, they're going to say, yeah, I want to go there because there's a great, I don't know, barbecue rib restaurant.
And it's easy in and easy out.
Correct.
So the infrastructure is not there.
It's not.
And then we have construction, and we have a lot of construction, which adds to more congestion, which means the roads and everything that goes along with
imagine
that. It's very haphazard.
Correct. Imagine we have a few corridors. We have 152nd Southwest. We have 120th. We also have 128th in Southwest. Then we go to Killian. Then we go to Kendall Drive. Then we got 72nd. Then we got Miller. Then we got Bird Road. Those are corridors. But unfortunately, the real exit corridors is Kendall Drive, and then you have 152nd, because the other ones are impacted by school zones. So they're really not corridors. They're only corridors when the school zones are not, in place. So those are challenges that we face, because when we have so many people living in these areas and they want to go and work, there's no way to get out. You only have to use the same congested roads that we have, and there's no vision to either make them better or have a different corridor. And that's where we need to have better planning, so that people actually are more focused in saying, hey, I want to go to Kendall because there's options there. Like, we want to develop that area, but we haven't had that vision, unfortunately.